really good.
Yeah, with Pottah going to Farseer and Greentooth Gorge, I just think a much better map in general than Judgment and Carry-On. So hopefully it'll be good. I'm surprised. I think Pottah chose Judgment and Carry-On, but with Vindicare choosing the Chaos Lord, that actually works out really well in his favor, because the Chaos Lord's drawback is, of course, that he's so slow, but with Judgment and Carry-On being such a close map for both bases, the Chaos Lord was able to constantly just run around and bleed models all day long.
And I think the Warspire would have been, I don't want to say more effective, but the Bleeding Heretics would have been more effective if they had to run to the base. There was a longer way to go to the base.
Exactly, right.
There you could just run back and forth in a matter of minutes, like seconds or something. And people would do that for him. Let's see what this game is.
Alright. So we've got the Force Commander and the Farseer this time, both players picking new heroes, and of course us being on a new map. Vindicare grabbing himself a second squad of scouts, while Pottah's hanging out with just the Banshees right now and upgrading both power nodes. So we'll probably be seeing either Fast Shurikens or Rangers, kind of as he did last time. Rangers are, of course, very effective against Space Marines. They can either one-shot one-shot scouts as they try to cap, or pour some heavy damage into those tactical Marines.
Yeah, Rangers would probably be the best choice.
Yeah, especially since this is a garrison-heavy map, which could also work in the favor of a setup squad, but I think the Rangers would be more beneficial right now. So the Farseer running into some nasty ranged firepower right here and popping that fleet of foot, falling back. And here comes the Rangers right out of the gate. So they'll be on the field by the time the second engagement comes onto the field. And meanwhile, the Force Commander's just running around, hacking away at Guardians. They're trying to make their way into that garrison, but he gets off a special attack and knocks them all back. And the Banshee's putting a pretty solid beating on that Force Commander. He does have to get out of there. Meanwhile, the Farseer, with that fleet of foot, made short work of the map and plowed right into center to grab that VP.
Scouts getting into garrison, maybe.
And let's see where those Rangers are headed. Those Rangers are starting to pick off the scouts over there by Pottah's power. Oh, but the two members with power swords moving a bit too close to those attacks for some reason.
I think that's a pretty common bug if you attack something.
Yeah, sometimes they'll move forward, yeah.
They got small pistols, so.
Exactly, right. Yeah, scout snipers used to do that pretty badly as well. So the Farseer now moving in on those tactical Marines. Looking like a much more solid start for HarrehPottah this time around. Oh, and that Mind War going off as soon as that Ghost Helm upgraded. Pushing those attacks right off the field. That'll take out attack if you leave them in range. So Vindicare just decided to go ahead and retreat right out of the bat without losing that model.
Let's do 350 damage. I think it does.
Yes, so, I believe that's what it is, right?
Oh, that's really good.
So, exactly. So, Vindicare has responded with his own scout snipers now. They picked off a couple of Banshee models there while they were running through center. Just one model, actually. But and the second squad now getting a scout sergeant. So we'll have one sniper and one grenade on the field. So the sergeant comes on the field just in time to spot that hidden squad there. And the Banshee's moving in, getting a bit too brazen, though, I think. Down to 2 models. Vindicare's probably going to get a retreat grenade. We'll probably tag. Yep, there goes one model. An extra 40 wreck loss there for Vindicare. Pottah's looking pretty decent on map control, but lost quite a few Banshees right there. Guardians now getting upgraded with their battle equipment, meanwhile, and the Farseer just charging in against those scouts. Oh my goodness, get out of there, Farseer. Oh, she does retreat. I was concerned. Oh, at a mere 15 HP. Cutting it very close there. And those Rangers hanging out. Oh, getting that kinetic shot at the last possible second. Just pretty much put the rifle butt to his head and pulled the trigger. Rangers and Guardians now pushing those scouts off. They're just trying to get that decap, I imagine. And there they go, falling back.
Meanwhile, attacks are going away, and
yeah, attacks are way in Pottah's territory, trying to decap some of those natural wreck points and cause a little havoc on Pottah's economy. Meanwhile, Vindicare has a 2-0 cap against Pottah right now. Pottah was doing good in map control as far as resource points go, but not really being able to hold these VPs yet so far, and sitting at about a 150 VP disadvantage.
seems to be a bit out in the power department to compare. Oh, second Ranger coming up.
Oh, that should be interesting. I'm sure he... Oh, there goes that one Ranger. Very... way up close there again. He just really wants to fire that pistol at those tactical Marines. Oh, and those techs are actually in a bit of a perilous situation right now. You can see the Banshees are moving in behind them. And the Rangers... They might be able to get through that gauntlet, but there's both the Banshees and the Guardians. Oh, and the tactical Marines do go down. Pottah dropped that grenade just to be sure, but that's an excellent win for Pottah right now. Vindicare does have a squad of flamer attacks hanging out by Pottah's power, though, and will be able to take out that gen farm, I think, before they get pushed off. There's just a squad of Rangers back there right now. And they won't be able to do the necessary damage to scare off those attacks before those generators go down, I don't think.
Oh, Scouts want to retreat, I think.
Yeah, scouts are moving in very close. They're trying to get a grenade on those Rangers, I suppose, but getting very low, lost a couple miles and had to retreat. The Force Commander doing a sync kill right there in the face of those base turrets. Meanwhile, those tactical Marines did manage to take out that whole gen farm. But, Vindicare lost a second scout. Pottah calling me out. I think I missed it. I don't know what exactly. I don't know what exactly grabbed that second scout squad. I think they're. I'm honestly not sure. I was watching the base engagement right there. Banshees were up top. Maybe that was what it was. But Vindicare actually looking like he's in a pretty bad situation right now. Oh man, that retreat grenade almost took out that second scout squad. That probably would have been the game had that happened. But honestly, even right now, things are looking pretty good. Vindicare pushed into Tier 2, but he now has to buy a scout squad to try to keep some map control here. As you can see, after that last push, Pottah pretty much has most of the map. Vindicare's down to just his 2 power and 2 natural wreck points. So Pottah turned this game right around very quickly there. Razorback's coming on the field. Pottah's not going to have much to deal with that right now, but now as he's going into Tier 2, he can probably either just bring a Bright Lance on and upgrade that X-Arc, or I don't know, we'll have to see how that goes. But of course, that Razorback with a Scout Sergeant in there will be able to hunt down these Rangers with ease. So Pottah's going to have to be very careful about how far up he moves those Rangers, because that Razorback can pretty much just chase them right down into their base. Oh, and there goes some scout models on those snipers. Once you upgrade to those sniper rifles, you got to be very careful with the scout snipers, of course, as they do cost power after the upgrade to reinforce. They're 6 power a pop, I believe, at that point.
6 power per high price for a scout.
Exactly, yeah. Alright, so Pottah looks like he's bringing on the Warp Spiders, probably going to get the Haywire Grenade and the Banshee X-Shark to help deal with that Razorback. Razorback's charging on in.
He got the scout with the... got the scout with the sergeants inside.
Exactly. So, and unfortunately, they are going to be able to see that that warp gate right there. Tax again moving in on Pottah's power, kind of crippling his power income right now, as he still hasn't been able to rebuild his lower point there.
Oh, Haywire.
So there goes the Haywire Grenade. The Banshees are now charging in with their Banshee X-Arc. And I think they'll be hard-pressed to get in there and do all the damage they need before that slow effect wears off, but they just might get it. Oh, and it may get away! Oh my goodness, with 21 HP. Oh no, the X-Arc gets that last swing with the Executioner, and the Razorback goes down. I thought for a brief second that it might have escaped. I think if those scouts had actually hopped out and dropped a grenade and tried to dissuade those Banshees, he may have been able to get it out of there. And that's a GG. That's one for Pottah, so we are 1-on-1 now, so it'll be interesting to see what the next game brings. That
game was going pretty well for Pottah all the way through, getting squad wipes and...
Yeah, that was some excellent play, a complete turnaround from last game. We'll have to see what the last game brings. Vindicare now regretting his Razorback purchase there.